All right, guys, my wife's feeling a little sick, so I might have to go into dad duty. So we're just going to get you guys the SPY and the Qs, really get you guys those daily expected moves. And obviously, we do see that the earnings is coming out from NVIDIA. And right now, heading to the downside, we still have to see what the market is going to do tomorrow to really find out where the market's going to end up or if we're going to see any resistance levels, support levels touched. So we're just going to hop over to the SPY, make sure you get these daily expected moves because implied volatility today was pretty big. Well, going into tomorrow, Thursday, it will be even bigger. We have 597.89 to the upside for the SPY and 583.11 to the downside for the SPY as well. One thing to notice here is we are still not seeing that major breakout moment. So always be aware that this 2 hour has not crossed up yet. Okay, so this is a good sign from the 30-minute, but that 2 hour hasn't crossed up yet. So just be aware anytime that 30-minute does want to cross down, you can keep consolidating in these areas. But we do see the carvings of something trying to hold up. And if we can break that by crossing up that 2 hour, it's great to end the day above the 5-day moving average. But that 2 hour needs to confirm that momentum. And then we can start to talk about if we are going to make any kind of reversal signals up in these areas for a little bit more significant drop. And I don't know what the reason would be for that. We're just going to pay attention if this 2 hour does cross up into positive territory, which is what we're leaning towards, right? We've been leaning towards this because you do not have any major signals up here telling you, hey, there's going to be some kind of massive daily pullback. No, you don't have that yet, but if we start to make out this look, that's what we're going to pay attention to. So let's get you those levels over here for the Qs, and we'll notice we're paying attention to a similar thing. Now the Qs were able to turn up on the last bar of the day. Just so you're aware, on 2 hour charts, the last bar that you get does not have a full 2 hour price action in it. So just pay attention if this flips around really quickly. We'll look at the 30-minute in a moment, but for now, we need those daily expected moves, and the implied volatility for the Qs tomorrow is almost 40%. It is massive, okay? So we are going to get some big moves is what it seems like. Is that going to be, hey, this consolidation is going to end up turning down randomly, and then we'll see some signal down in our zone still? That is still a possibility, even though the 30 minutes curled up, but we need those daily expected moves, 513.16 to the upside. We do have 593.18 to the downside. Those will be your key levels going into tomorrow. As you can see from the 30-minute though, you are getting that to cross up. That is a dramatic difference, right? This is where we can start to say this is looking like a higher low, but is NVIDIA going to mess this up? We have a huge amount of volatility going into tomorrow. Is NVIDIA going to be good news to say, hey, this 30-minute can continue to go positive? Or are we going to flip this down right away in the morning? That's something we'll pay attention to. If this is a blip, we still have that opportunity to come down to lower levels and see some weakness in momentum. We will pay attention to those things for you. But the main takeaway, the main things we need to pay attention to is what does the market do next? Now that we get NVIDIA earnings, and Apple was a great one, right? We talked about Apple down in these areas. We were mentioning live, I was watching the micros for you guys and just showing how Apple had the good opportunity for a bounce, which is great. This is one of the only times I actually took a little play just in case, and I was just going to take a little bit. And then it took off randomly, and I got out of that position by the end of the day. So I ended up doing a day trade, but that has curled up into positive territory. I just didn't want to hold on to anything before NVIDIA earnings. And for Apple, since we do have it up here, this is where you'll see this in some stocks where this could head outside or test a weekly expected move, and we could see weakness. So it does mean whichever direction we do see happen tomorrow, which I think this would be the main takeaway, right? Whichever direction we see tomorrow, we still have to be open to reversal signals. We still have to be open to the fact that this could go higher, right? The SPY, we just have to pay attention if that 2 hour is actually going to cross tomorrow. And I think that will tell us a lot with the direction that this stock wants to go. And we have some very obvious levels to pay attention to. Thank you guys so much. You know, I know you guys are probably already going to type in the live chat tomorrow, hey, I hope your wife's doing better. So I do appreciate you guys. I appreciate this community a lot. We're on our way to 10,000 subscribers, and I think that's fantastic. And that's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for being a part of this community. Thank you for being Patreon members, joining my Twitter, joining the, subscribing, liking the videos. It's fantastic. And I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you bright and early in the morning. Peace.